The preceding program is paid for by the advertiser and does not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of WHP, CBS 21 management and staff.
Hey everybody, Saul here. I'm here to tell you about an amazing offer. Do you ever think to yourself, I'm a genius? If you're like most people, you probably don't say that often, or if ever. Truth is, while everyone isn't a genius all the time, everyone is a genius some of the time. Have you ever solved a problem no one else could? Maybe figured out a new way to do something. If you said yes to this, then you, my friends, are geniuses. That's where this little book, Linchpin by Seth Godin, comes in. And friends, we have a special deal on it for you today, but we'll get to that later. This book is going to help you rewrite the transcript of your life and harness your personal genius to escape the average and become indispensable in the workplace. Heck, it'll probably even spill over into your personal life. Who wouldn't want that? Am I right, everybody? Now, before we can begin to understand how to unleash our true genius, we need to first look at the world of work as we know it today. Bureaucrats, note-takers, literalists, manual readers, TGIF laborers, map followers, and fearful employees surround us. It hasn't always been this way, my friends. We were once hunters, gatherers. We had to fend for ourselves, be on the tips of our toes at all times, ready to adapt and overcome any situation put before us out of the simple will to survive and be comfortable. Fast forward to now. The average worker gets in his car, goes to work, waits to be told what to do, mindlessly performs his tasks, goes home, and repeats that cycle day after day. All of this mediocrity is tolerated to get a paycheck that can be used to survive and be comfortable. The modern world is full of factories wanting to make the most widgets at the lowest cost with an easily replaceable labor force. I'm not just talking about the typical factory though, my friends. The guys you might be thinking of. Even the modern offers, or retail establishment, or service providers. They are all operating in the same manner. They don't want a bunch of highly paid geniuses. They want low-paid, easily replaceable people just like human cogs in the work machine. The machine has been designed to reward mediocrity and brainwash society into thinking it is acceptable. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. Hey, Saul, hey, he's making some sense. He's kind of describing my job. Well, friends, this book right here is going to break all that down for you and show you how to become indispensable. That's right. Each and every one of you has the ability to become indispensable. There are many people who have achieved this, not by any magical talent, but with the will and desire to be different and the motivation to do so. Folks, if all you want is a job where it's okay to follow the rules, don't be surprised that follow the rules is all you get to do. The work machine has led bosses to believe that they want people who will do exactly what they are told. Someone who works cheap, someone who goes with the flow. If that's true, how come the stars of many companies don't fall into that category? What a boss really wants is an artist, one who changes everything, make dreams come true, a true innovative thinker, a linchpin. The unfortunate truth, however, is that if he can't have that, he'll settle for a cheap cog. Ladies and gentlemen, this book is going to teach you how to forget the old American dream. You know that one, keep your head down, follow instructions, show up on time, work hard and suck it up. That will be replaced by the new American dream. Be remarkable, be generous, create art, make judgment calls, and connect people and ideas. And people, if you do this, the bosses of the machine will have no choice but to reward you. And all that is covered right here in these pages. All right, now folks, let's think for a minute about our education. I'm talking all the way back to kindergarten. We have been taught our whole lives, fit in, don't be disruptive, follow the rules, color inside the lines, do as you're told, and act like everyone else. What do we get in return for this? We get told we're doing a good job, and we're able to live out our daily existence by getting the compensation we seek. In this case, it's good grades. Fast forward to now. Think about your work life, friends. It's the same thing. Show up on time, do as you're told, don't be disruptive, and you'll be compensated with a paycheck. We as a society have been trained to be cogs in the machine, easily replaceable, mindless cogs. What if I told you you can change that? What if I told you there was a way you can be more than a cog? You're probably thinking, Saul, you're crazy. Well, friends, I think this little book here will prove you wrong. It's going to tell you all about how to be more than a cog and then some. How about that, huh? All right, who out there knows what a linchpin is? He knows. She knows. Well, folks, it's an unassuming piece of hardware. Something you can pick up at the local hardware store for 69 cents. It's not that fancy or glamorous. It is, however, essential. It holds the wheel on the wagon, the finger on the widget. Every successful organization has one. Dozens or even thousands of them. Right here in these pages, you're going to find out what it takes to be one of those essential pieces of hardware, crucial to the success of your company. Now let's think of some linchpins. CEOs and entrepreneurs like Bill Gates or Robert Herjavec. They're easy to spot. But what about the waiter at your favorite restaurant? The one that you're always glad to have serving your meal. The one who makes that experience perfect. The one who without the experience, not just the experience, the whole restaurant wouldn't be the same. He, my friends, is a linchpin. Now I'm going to let you know a little secret that's explored right here in this book. The art of interaction is key to becoming a linchpin. That's right, folks, the art of interaction. What makes that waiter at your favorite restaurant so magical? You guessed it, the interaction. The waiter makes you feel like you are his most important customer and makes you feel like every single one of your needs are met the entire time you are dining with him. That waiter, my friends, is an artist, and it creates art with emotional labor, just like a true linchpin. What's emotional labor, you ask? Well, folks, I'm going to tell you. It's the hard work of making art, producing generosity, and exposing creativity. It's working without a map and having both the willingness and the vision to do something about what you see. Emotional labor, friends, is what you get paid to do. It's about staring into the abyss of choice and picking a path. This emotional labor is available to all of us. It always has been. Many of us have been spending all of our time and energy trying to perfect our craft, all while ignoring spending any time focusing on the skills and interaction that allow us to stand out and become indispensable in our organizations. I'm talking about all interactions here, not just with customers, but also with bosses, co-workers, associates, and the like. Inside these pages right here, you will find the directions to become that visionary, that true artist. Now, how does that sound, folks? Now I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Saul, that's all it takes, just a little emotional labor, huh? Well, that sounds easy. Well, friends, the concept, yes, it's easy. But actually doing it, well, that's the hard part. You see, we all have a predisposed resistance to it. This disposition is caused by our very own brain. Not your whole brain, just a tiny little piece of it living right on the top of your spine. Your lizard brain.
Lizard brain!
That's right, folks. Your lizard brain. A tiny section of your brain living right on the top of your brainstem where it has priority and power over the rest of our highly functioning, logical, and creative artist brain. Your lizard brain, folks, is hungry, angry, scared, and horny. The lizard brain is the first part of our brains to evolve with the sole purpose of survival. The lizard brain fights to the death, wants you to eat and be safe. The same instincts provided by the lizard brain also cause us to be scared, to get angry, to care what others think, to put off that presentation for way too long. The lizard brain is only concerned about your survival. Survival and success are two different things, folks, and acting in a manner of survival often gets in the way of success. And that's where this little book, Linchpin, that's where this comes from. Folks, we all have deadlines at work. Whether it's completing that project, making that sales call, making that presentation to the rest of the team, or selling those muffins. We've all got them. We must meet those deadlines and we must ship the project. Unfortunately, our lizard brain Oh, that sneaky little lizard brain. That's what gets in the way of shipping. The lizard brain is what tells us that the presentation isn't good enough. Those muffins there, they don't taste good enough. Or that sales call, it's going to be a huge failure. What we need to do, folks, is rewire our brains and change our thinking to favor the ideas of the rest of our genius brain while leaving the rash decisions of our lizard brain for the true survival scenarios. This book right here, it's going to help you learn how to master your lizard brain and become a true artist who always ships. And every so often, folks, you might just ship some genius. Hold on, folks. There's even more you're going to get from this book. This book is going to reveal to you the powerful culture of gifts. You see, friends, there's something the Linchpin understands, which gives them great power. The Linchpin understands that their art of giving unreciprocated gifts is the key to success. And not only does the Linchpin have to master the art of giving, they must know how to receive those same gifts from others as well. This is not a new idea, friends. This unreciprocated gift giving has been going on for 50,000 years in ancient tribal communities built on the idea of mutual support and generosity. Somewhere in there, in the sands of time, however, capitalist thoughts and behavior kicked in, driving people to place specific values on gifts. That has evolved into our common system of, I pay you for a good or service, you deliver that good or service, I now have no further obligation to you, as well as you now have no further obligation to me. A Linchpin, however, has the power over his gift giving gifts solely for the purpose of sharing and mutual support. A Linchpin is a gift-giving artist. Now, I'm not talking about a little gift wrapped in a pretty paper with a fancy little bow that you give to someone upon first greeting. That's not what I'm talking about here, people. The type of gifts I'm talking about, maybe sharing your photos for free on the internet, maybe posting that blog you've always thought about. Maybe it's helping a customer even though it's 5 minutes after your shift is over, or going out of your way just to be sure someone else is satisfied. The Linchpin understands that giving of the gifts with no other intention than to share one's art will often expose genius and lead to personal success. Right here in black and white, folks, you're going to learn how to master the art of giving gifts. Now, folks, this isn't a magic book. You're not going to read it tonight and wake up tomorrow transformed into an indispensable linchpin. No, folks, that's not going to happen. What is going to happen is that you're going to get the directions and the tools to forge your own path, to discover a route from one place to another that hasn't been paved, measured, and quantified. There is no map to this, people. His route is going to be different than her route, and her route's going to be different than this gentleman's route right over here. Everyone's route to finding the true inner artist will be different, and they're all going to have bumps and twists and turns along the way. This book, however, is going to give you the navigational tools to get through all those and forge your own route to becoming indispensable. A true linchpin. Folks, what it comes down to is making a choice. You have to look at yourself in the mirror, take a long, hard look, and ask yourself, am I ready to commit to a new way of thinking, a new way of looking at things, a new way of being? Am I truly ready to tell my dominant lizard brain that it is not in control? Am I ready to face those fears and give that public speech? Am I ready to overcome that self-doubt and ship the project on schedule? This isn't always going to be an easy decision to make, folks. It's going to require determination, commitment, and follow-through. I do, however, have one easy choice for you, everyone, to make, though. That's buying this book right here. And friends, I'm going to make that choice as hassle-free for you right here today. Once you have made that choice, friends, not only the choice to purchase this fabulous masterpiece, but also the choice to forge your path to becoming a linchpin, you will need to understand the culture of connection. That's right. A linchpin cannot succeed in isolation. Linchpins understand the power of connecting with people and the leverage that those connections will generate in regards to the linchpin's success. And you will find out about that all in these pages right here, folks. Now, folks, we're running out of time here. So I'm going to let you in on this last tidbit you're going to get out of this book. It's a list of things that'll make you indispensable. The 7 abilities of a linchpin. Here they are, folks. Number 1, provide a unique interface between members of the organization. Number 2, deliver unique creativity. Number 3, manage a situation or organization of great complexity. Number 4, lead customers. Number 5, inspire staff. Number 6, provide deep domain knowledge. Number 7, possess a unique talent. Now, folks, I wish I had time to elaborate on this more with you, but we're out of time. You're just going to have to pick up a copy of Linchpin by Seth Godin right here today. Now, because you're all my friends, I'm going to give it to you for the low price of $19.99. But wait, there's more. If you order within the next 30 minutes, I'm going to throw in a second copy at no charge. All you have to pay is a separate shipping handling fee. Now, is that a deal or what, folks? Now, who wants to be a linchpin?
Order your copy of Linchpin now for only $19.99 plus shipping and handling. The number to call is 1-800-LYNCHPIN. That's 1-800-546-2474-6. Linchpin, only $19.99 plus shipping and handling. 1-800-LYNCHPIN. 1-800-546-2474-6. 1-800-LYNCHPIN. 1-800-546-2474-6. Call now. Call within the next 30 minutes to double your offer for 2 books for only $19.99 plus shipping and handling. That's 2 books for the price of 1, all within the next 30 minutes. Call 1-800-LYNCHPIN, 1-800-546-2474-6. Again, the number to call is 1-800-LYNCHPIN, 546-2474-6. 2 copies for only $19.99 plus shipping and handling. Call now, 1-800-LYNCHPIN.